Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. I was looking over these videos that were generously provided by David Huerta, and I wanted to point out some things that we did not get into in the interview with him. So this is a couple interesting things I found, and some of you guys noticed it during the interview video as well. But this is a shot of the solar hood, and there's a couple of issues which I think are probably just pre-production issues, and they should be sorted out in the production version. At least I hope they will be, because I think these are probably problems. I'm not a solar expert or anything, but just looking at these. Okay, so first thing here, it looks like some of the copper interconnects here are splitting. It looks like they are together, so it probably still maintains electrical continuity. So I don't know if that's a major issue, but they definitely like this one definitely looks different than this one. And there's a little bit of splitting here, a little bit of splitting here. Um, uh, this one probably has the most amount of splitting. I wonder if it has something to do with um, putting it on the curvature after the lamination and it pulls these apart. I'm not sure, but it does. There is some inconsistency here, which I don't know is just a cosmetic issue or a functional issue. Then as you go farther in here, notice these patterns here. These look like air bubbles to me. I'm not sure what they are, but right here, and over here. So it looks like the lamination, the encapsulation process, there may be some air bubbles or the glue or whatever did not stick in this area. Now, I don't know if that's also an issue or if it's not a major issue, but it looks a little unsightly, and it would be nice to have it perfectly sealed all the way across. So some, I think, minor issues that should be sorted out, and I'm sure they're sorting this out. They have done significant longevity and stress testing it at various temperatures and humidities and things like this. And if they were a problem, I think that it would become pretty obvious. So those are the two things I noticed on here, and then a couple of other videos and I really do like the look of the copper interconnects. The problem is no matter how perfectly you encapsulate these cells, some amount of moisture ingress happens, even in the perfectly sealed ones. And then if you oxidize copper, then copper oxide takes on a kind of blackish, greenish tint, and that would look less good. So if they do use this copper, which I hope they do because I think it looks great, um, they probably need to do something special with this to make it uh, stay that color, like lacquer it or I don't know, something to keep the oxidation from happening. All right, so in this video, you see Chris Anthony, Quincy, Hilla with the marketing team, and this is Ms. Burlingame. And this was after, and here's Chris M, Chris McCannon. This is after the announcement of Ms. Burlingame leaving as CFO of Aptera. So she's here, and just judging from the her body language and the other people's body language here, I would guess that it was a amicable. I would guess that it was an amicable separation. But she's still there with the team after announcing her separation. So it does appear that she's involved, and it was an amicable separation. So of course, we don't know what the details of the separation are, but she seems to be doing well, and seems like the team and her have a good relationship still, which is good. And then this last video, this is the longest video, and a couple of things. First, these wheel covers. We've mentioned previously that they seem to tilt, and some people just thought that they were put on incorrectly. They were put on crooked. But in this longer video where you see the Aptera doing maneuvers, backing up, and making fairly sharp turns, you can definitely see the tilt of the pants as you turn the wheel. And this now I'm fairly sure is due to kingpin inclination. So watch these wheel covers. So they're backing up. In this mode, they're going fairly straight, and okay, so they look straight. Now look at that turn. In this one, where the wheel is turned to the left, this wheel, you see it's tilted up. The front part of the wheel cover is pointed up. This is pointed down. You can see how much room there is in the back. Now you'll see the opposite happen when they turn it the other way. So he backs up, and you see this is tilted down, this is tilted up. Okay, now he's going to turn the wheel the other way. And you'll see as he turns it the other way, this will tilt down. See? Now you see this is pointed down and the back is up. So there's clearly, as you turn the wheel, this thing tilts. There's no controversy about that now. And then as they level off, see the wheel pants level off. And I want to back up there real quick. You see it going over this small speed bump. There is probably an inch of clearance here. So if the speed bump is larger than an inch, it is going to contact these wheel pans. So that is something they're gonna have to think about. Now I think most speed bumps are just slightly bigger than this, so probably not a problem for most speed bumps. But we've definitely seen bigger speed bumps than that, and it definitely will be contacting that. So it's probably important. Like the rear wheel, not a major issue, plenty of space. So should not be an issue with the, and then you see right here, as it's making the turn, this part's almost dragging and this part's up. And then as they turn the wheel, you see this part goes down. Definitely kingpin inclination. It's not that the wheel pants were put on crooked. That's what they do. They tilt. And that has to do with the suspension geometry. And I don't think that there's any way around having it tilt. That's not something they can get around. And you see how much attention this gets. Lots of people are just staring at it because it's basically a spaceship. And what's interesting is this looks orange from the back, but if we skip to the front, it looks clear here. But when it lights up, the whole thing is orange. And I believe these are going to be the turn signals as well. So when you do a turn signal, these will blink. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, but a couple of things that we figured out from these videos that David Huerta uh, gave to us so graciously from EWC2022. One, the solar hood has what looks like some encapsulation issues that they are probably working through. Two, Janie's Burlingame is still involved with the company and appears to have a very amicable relationship with the company. So I think there is nothing bad happening there. And the tilting of the wheel covers definitely happens. It is definitely as a result of the steering geometry and the kingpin inclination, which I don't think that they can engineer around that. It's just gonna tilt, and that's something that is gonna happen. Okay, all right. Well, tell me what you guys think about these videos. Thanks again to David for providing us these videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all the supporting members, especially the ones that have joined recently. Really appreciate you guys' support. Have a great day, everyone.